Our team coverage of this possible twist in the Trump transition involving Governor Ron DeSantis continues now.
This is so intriguing. Let's bring in Jim DeFede. And you've been talking to people around Governor DeSantis.
Yeah.
Of course, he hasn't commented. But why would he want to go from governor of Florida to defense secretary?
So this is an excellent question, and it's a question that I had. And so I started talking to people in DeSantis's world and people who are in the know. And what they tell me is, look, this really comes down to 2028. You heard Joan Murray sort of talk about that. The lesson from this year's election, DeSantis believes, was that voters want someone who projects strength. If Donald Trump picks Ron DeSantis to be the defense secretary, DeSantis believes that that'll be an excellent springboard for him to run in 2028 for president. Because what is more powerful? What projects more strength than to be the defense secretary? And it's a very high-profile position that DeSantis would take to that level. Look, it would be one of those things where I really do think that it makes sense in a lot of ways, where it doesn't seem on the face of it, because Ron DeSantis right now is facing irrelevance. He is going to be in the final 2 years of his term, and I think that he realizes that all the Trump train is leaving. You can only run for president within the Trump world, Trump's hemisphere, and so as a result, joining the administration would do that.
All right, so we know why DeSantis might be interested in the job, but on the flip side, why does Trump think DeSantis would potentially be qualified for a role like this? Is qualifications playing a role here, or just, name recognition sort of thing?
Actually, in many ways, Ron DeSantis is qualified to be defense secretary, whereas you could make the argument that Pete Hegseth is not qualified. As a former member of Congress, he also served, in the military. He has JAG experience. He worked for the Judge Advocate General. He served in both Iraq and served a time in Guantanamo when he was stationed there. And so from Donald Trump's perspective, it would be a much easier, confirmation process, because the result would be that you have to save the capital. He's got other issues. Donald Trump has other problems that he's going to have with his nominations for Kash Patel to be FBI director, with Tulsi Gabbard to be the director of national intelligence. So do you want to sort of take those harder ones and use your political capital on that? Ron DeSantis would likely get some Democrats to support him. Plus, let's face it, Donald Trump likes it when prior opponents bend the knee and sort of say, yes, I want to be part of what you are building.
Well, talking about bending the knee, could he say to Ron DeSantis, hey, you come aboard, become defense secretary, help me out, put my daughter-in-law as the next senator of Florida?
So I've talked to people, and I think that actually appointing Ron DeSantis defense secretary would actually make that less likely to happen, because of the clear appearance that you would end up seeing it. I think the folks in Trump world believe that they can get Laura Trump to be the senator without necessarily getting an appointment, that she could run in 26 when the special election is up. I'm hearing more and more that DeSantis is leaning towards Ashley Moody to be appointed for the next U.S. senator. So we'll have to see about that.
And we'll be following it all.
Fascinating stuff.
Sure is,
we
Jim.
love
Thanks.
this stuff, Jim.